So Breezy, how's your graduation project coming along?
It's coming, I guess. Yeah. Almost done.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yes.
Well, some people don't really know what they're doing,
No.
so...
But see, I want to be able to go to banquet and prom, so I'm getting my stuff done and turned in on time.
Exactly, so let's go find out some of the restrictions and what you have to do with Mr. Schmalbach.
I'm Seth here with the Eagle's Eye, and today I'm here with Mr. Schmalbach talking about the senior project. So thank you for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right, so what is the senior project?
Well, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, in its graduation requirements for all high schools, requires that any student, in order to graduate from a high school in Pennsylvania, in addition to doing all the various coursework and whatnot, in order to graduate, also must complete a culminating project, a project that they do on their own outside of the school day, that showcases all the abilities that they've learned through their years of school.
All right, so are there any changes from this year to last year?
No, Norristown's incorporation of the project is students need to choose a topic of their interest, and they write a paper about the topic. They have to do a presentation to a panel of teachers who evaluate that presentation, and then once both of those things have been satisfied successfully, we then decree that they've satisfactorily done the graduation project, and then that requirement has been taken care of. There are no changes over the last several years that we've done it. Students need to do the paper, get it into me in the library, then they are scheduled to do a presentation, and then once that's done, they're done.
So when is it due? Is it just, is it due the same day, or is it just?
Well, there are a series of due dates depending upon when a student gets it done. The due date for the paper portion, the written portion, is to me in the library by October 2nd. What happens then is there's some sanctions to a student if they don't get it in by that due date. So if it comes in after the 2nd of October, but before the 4th of November, then the student will no longer be eligible to attend senior banquet. If they don't get it in by the 4th of November, then they're not eligible to attend both banquet and senior prom. It's not something we like to do, but it's something we have to put in place to make sure that people have an incentive to get it in. I mean, the biggest sanction of all, of course, is if it ultimately never gets done, then the student can't graduate because it is a state requirement that they do this project. Usually that's not an issue. We get them taken care of by the end, but we can't have everybody turning in papers 3 days before they're supposed to graduate.
Right. So is there anything like maybe juniors can prepare for the senior project?
Absolutely. The guidelines for the paper don't change. The project are pretty much the same from year to year. So students that are juniors can start writing the paper on their topic. They can get a guide. Everything about the paper is available online. Either go to the high school's website, on the district website. There's a link to the graduation project, which points you to the library website, nahslibrary.org. And gives you all the guidelines and dates and the paperwork in order to get the project done. So sure, and they can start whenever they want to. At this point, we're mainly focused, of course, on the current seniors, making sure those papers get in, and then we work on scheduling all the presentations, which will happen in December or January.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
I'm Seth here with Mr. Schmalbach talking about the senior project, and now back to the Eagle's Eye.